Please stand for the posting of the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me.
You may sit.
Good morning. I would like to welcome you to Hoisington High School. It is an honor to be hosting this Veterans Day program and an honor to have all of our veterans here with us today. We hope you enjoy the assembly. We are thankful for your outstanding service. Thank you.
Good morning. 105 years ago today, at 11 a.m., on the 11th day of the 11th month, an armistice was signed in Compiègne, France, between the Allies of World War I and Germany. Germany surrendered, and all nations agreed to stop fighting while the terms of peace were negotiated. The Great War, or World War I, as we now know it, formally ended with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles a few months later in June. In November of 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. In 1938, an act of Congress made President Wilson's proclamation an official legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be thereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. Armistice Day was primarily a day set aside to honor veterans of World War I, but in 1954, after World War II had required the greatest mobilization of soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen in our nation's history, and after American forces fought aggression in Korea, Kansas's own President Dwight D. Eisenhower amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting in its place the word veterans. With legislative approval on June 1st, 1954, November 11th became a day to honor American veterans of all wars. On Veterans Day all across our country, we should recognize the generation of men and women who serve to defend not a person nor a place necessarily, but an idea, the idea of the United States of America, the values and freedoms our forefathers wanted for us. To all our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists, it is your service and sacrifice that has kept our country safe and free. No matter what branch you served in or how many years you served, raising your hand and committing yourself to service in the military was a brave and selfless act. You put yourself out there to defend the United States of America. You've done your service, and now it is time for new service members to stand up and earn your faith that they too will continue to defend and keep our country and its people safe. It is our privilege to say thank you to all American veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high, and we cannot forget those willing to pay for it. So veterans, on this day, we salute you and celebrate you, along with those currently fighting for our freedom, and thank you for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Each year, our elementary kids honor veterans in a variety of ways. The kindergarten has prepared a few songs. They've also made a special treat and craft. They'll be in the lunch tables following this program. You're welcome to take one if you'd like.
Veterans Day comes up once a year. Let's take time to honor those who guard our freedom here. Veterans Day comes up once a year. Let's take time to honor those who guard our freedom here.
Lincoln Elementary third graders honor veterans by writing thank you letters. They will also be on the lunch tables after this program. Here to share their letters are Allie Beck, Shane Santee, Amaya Zapata.
Dear veteran, thank you for your service. You gave us freedom. Thank you for fighting for the United States of America. We appreciate you fighting for us. You are brave, kind, and smart. You make us happy. You don't run from a battle.
Dear veteran, thank you for your service. I know it was not easy serving in the military, and you had to make sacrifices, but you didn't give up. You helped the United States of America and saved many lives. Trust me, even one veteran can make a difference. I think you did a great job. Sincerely, Shane Santee.
Dear veterans, thank you for your service. You are so brave. Thank you so much. You fought for our freedom. Thank you for your bravery so you can fight for the United States of America. You are so brave to do this. You did a good job by sacrificing what you left behind. Sincerely, Amaya Zapata.
You can hear it ringing when the anthem starts to play. You can hear it ringing when they raise the flag each day. You can hear it ringing in the notes of a bugle call when we remember those who gave their all. You can hear it ringing when you help someone in need. You can hear it ringing when we worship as we please. From the mountains to the prairies to the bustling city streets, in everyone a heart for freedom beats. Let freedom ring across America and beyond. Let freedom ring so everyone can hear the song. So many ways to say it, so many songs to sing. America, let freedom ring. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to have the freedom we have now. Will everyone please stand and join us in singing our national anthem?
What so proudly we have
veterans who are in attendance today. Veterans, please stand when you hear the anthem from your military branch played. Army. Navy. Coast Guard. Air Force. Marine Corps.
At this time, we would like to recognize the families who have had a family member serve our country and recent Hoisington High School graduates. If you have had a family member serve, please stand. You may be seated. Now we will recognize Hoisington High School graduates who have joined the military. If you are in attendance today, please stand when your name is called. Immediate family members may also stand in his or her place. Zachary Sanders. Michael Pata. Peter McCool. Timothy Lewis Jr. Avery Urban. Stevens. Tyler Walker. Justin Humphrey. Corey Humphrey. Michael McMahon. Brenton Noah. Desmond Noah. Nathan Larkin. Bryce Sheeler. Heaven Hip. Gabriel Hip. Emily Lovett. Thank you all for your service.
Kevin Cunningham is Senior National Security Consultant in Washington, D.C., working with various U.S. government agencies to address current domestic and foreign challenges. Kevin served in the United States Navy for 6 years, first as a combat cameraman and later as a public affairs advisor. He served for 3 years overseas in the U.S. 7th Fleet area of responsibility spanning from Hawaii to the Indiana-Pakistan border, traveling to over a dozen countries in the region supporting U.S. operations. Kevin's final tour on active duty was in Washington, D.C. as a military advisor to the executive branch. Due to his busy work schedule and already scheduled travels, Mr. Cunningham will be joining us via a pre-recorded Zoom video. Without further ado, Mr. Kevin Cunningham.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, and esteemed guests of Hoisington High School, it is an absolute privilege to stand before you today to celebrate, honor, and commemorate both the fallen and the living, the young men and women who in every war since the inception of our great nation have demonstrated unwavering loyalty and remarkable courage. Our veterans, the true heroes we pay homage to today, embodied the principles of dedication, sacrifice, and selflessness. They have exemplified what it means to place the well-being of our country first and to champion the values and freedoms we hold dear. These principles reflect a core concept that I wish to emphasize today: the calling to serve. Service signifies a commitment to something greater than oneself. Our veterans grasped this profound calling. They answered this call to serve, to protect, and to defend. They left behind the comforts of home to ensure that we could continue to enjoy the freedoms we hold so dear and the freedoms which we sometimes take for granted. They left home to serve and defend a nation whose values are greater than any one individual. The nation, while not perfect, constantly aspires to greater heights and greater freedoms for all. Today, I speak to you from our nation's capital, a place I'm honored to call home, a place I'm honored to live so close to the many monuments that commemorate our values and our freedoms. These monuments are symbols of the uniqueness of the American experiment. Whether it's the Capitol building, symbolizing our democratic process of making our voices heard through elected representatives, or the White House, home to the most powerful leader in the free world, or the Lincoln Memorial, the memorial that reminds us of a time when our nation was nearly lost to civil war. There is one memorial, though, one that stands out as the most solemn reminder of the true price of freedom. Arlington National Cemetery. Arlington is marked by row upon row upon row of white marble gravestones, the final resting place of veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice for the nation they loved. They were willing to sacrifice not just for the country they knew in their own time, but for the nation they foresaw growing into the future. A future that is now our present. A future that is now us. A future that is now you. Those 400,000 graves are testament to the sacrifice and testament to the courage of those who saw America as a land worth fighting for, an ideal to die for. I had the privilege of serving in the United States Navy, and I chose to continue that service, but now in a civilian capacity, because I know what our country stands for is unique. I've witnessed in my travels, both in and out of uniform, from the Middle East to Eastern Europe and the South China Sea, a stark contrast in opportunity and freedom that we too often take for granted. I saw how the future for so many is not one of hope, but one of fear. In your high school community, there are undoubtedly discussions about your future and the opportunities that it holds. This is a pivotal moment in your lives, an exciting time where you have an opportunity to contemplate your future, career choices, education, and family. It's a crucial time not to lose sight of the origins of your freedom and the origins to make those choices and the responsibility to ensure that those same freedoms will be there for those who follow you. You possess not just the opportunity, but the duty to carry that torch and create a better future for the next generations of Americans. In a time when our nation and world face numerous challenges, it is imperative that we continue to foster a culture of public service. Our veterans have already blazed the trail, and now it's up to us to carry that torch forward. We must be willing to step up, embrace the responsibilities that come with citizenship, and actively contribute to our communities and to our country. We all aspire to achieve our dreams and create a better world for ourselves and for those who will come after us. But on this Veterans Day, I want to emphasize that public service in all its forms plays a pivotal role in shaping that future and ensuring the safety and prosperity of our nation. I want to stress to all of you, especially you students, that even at this stage of your life, you have a crucial role to play in our nation's security and in carrying forward the legacy of our veterans. Veterans Day is not solely a day to remember the past, it is a day to inspire and prepare the leaders of our future. Leaders that include each and every one of you. In my role in national security, I've come to appreciate the vast and intricate web of responsibilities involved in protecting our nation. Responsibilities that span the full spectrum of what it means to be a public servant. It encompasses diplomacy and intelligence, law enforcement, cyber defense, and much more. It also includes teachers, and nurses, and firefighters. It is a complex and dynamic field that requires the dedication of professionals from all walks of life. And so I say to you, our future leaders and future public servants and future veterans, whether you're interested in politics, technology, or social issues, there is a place for you in protecting our country and making it a stronger and more worthy place for those who come next. Our veterans, many of whom have transitioned to careers outside the military, continue to serve our country in various capacities. Their commitment to service does not end when they take off the uniform. It continues in their civilian careers, where they contribute to the safety and security of our nation. Our veterans have exemplified a sense of unity and shared purpose, standing side by side to protect our nation regardless of their backgrounds, regardless of their beliefs, and regardless of their differences. The spirit of unity is what has allowed our nation to come together in times of crisis and in times of challenge. They have demonstrated that what unites us as Americans is far more important than what divides us. As high school students, you are already part of a diverse community with different backgrounds and perspectives. It is important to recognize the strength in that diversity and to work together to solve the complex issues facing our country. Unity and a shared commitment to the principles of freedom and democracy are what make our nation resilient and strong. Our veterans have demonstrated the courage to face adversity head-on. They've shown us that the commitment to public service, sacrifice, and selflessness can protect and preserve the values we hold dear. Now, as you embark on your own journey, whether it leads you to the military, a public service career, or any other path, remember the principles of service and dedication that our veterans have instilled in us. And as we celebrate Veterans Day, let us not only honor our veterans' sacrifices, but also consider how we, the future leaders and future citizens of our nation, can contribute to their legacy of service. Whether through education, community engagement, innovation, or participating in the democratic process, each of us has a role to play in safeguarding what our veterans were willing to die for. Our veterans have fulfilled their duty to protect our country, and now it is our turn to shoulder that responsibility. It is our turn to make the future brighter and worth fighting for. Let us stand united as one nation, a community strengthened by our diversity, to ensure that the freedoms and values they fought for endure for generations to come.
At this time, we want to take a moment to honor and remember our Hoisington High School alumni and other Northern Barton Country residents who have lost their life in service to our country. As each name is read, a candle will be lit.
From World War II, Hoisington, Kansas. Eddie Adams. Jimmy Adkins. Eugene J. Bartnick. Harry Black. Walter Boger. Gerald Cass. William Dutton. Randolph H. Foss. Harry E. French. Lavon Hetler. Kelsey C. Horning. Bernard Barney Humphrey. Harry N. Johnson. Bill Johnson. Morris Keltner. Laverne D. King. George Littrell. Edward Meyer. Emil H. Manweiler. Tom McAtee. John C. Miller. John E. Miller. J. Gordon Mitchell. Charles L. Osborne. Raymond Schween. Marjorie Shaw. Kenneth O. Smith. Charles F. Sovereigns. Morris Sovereigns. Furman Susank. Mervyn E. Seipold. Tommy A. Torres. Thomas E. Triplett. Vernon E. Weldon. From World War II, rural northern Barton County. Roman Barron. Francis Damel. No. Edmund Gertzenkorn. Arthur Heckley. From the Korean War, Louis Bohannon. Donald E. Guthrie. Edward J. Schwartz. From the Vietnam War, Carl F. Karst. Robert E. Riedel. John Simmons. And for the unknown soldier.
You may be seated. The men and women of our nation have stepped forward to serve in armed forces and defend our freedoms. They have risked their lives for the land, for the people, and for the ideals that we all cherish. Our battles, our victories, indeed their way of life,
are owed not to great moments or important dates. They are owed to the actions and sacrifices of these men and women who were willing to step into the breach for their country and for the cause of freedom. America is the country she is because of our heroes, past and present. People who put the nation's interest above self-interest, who put patriotism above profit, and who put love of country above love of self. Our veterans made this conscious choice to live a life of sacrifice and service for the greater cause and for America that has made all the difference. And while they each walked a different road, they all faced challenges, and they've proven themselves well equipped to meet those challenges. President Ronald Reagan once said, "When life gets tough and the crisis of undeniability at hand, we will find nothing inside ourselves that we have not already put there." The character inside each and every one of our veterans isn't just transferred into the fabric of their being the moment it's needed. It can't be emailed or texted into the hard drives of their spirits or souls and then installed as needed. Character was woven in them over a lifelong process that began in their homes, continued through boot camp, and matured through their interactions and experiences in the services. They learned these things from those who influenced them, from parents and grandparents, teachers, and any number of mentors who helped them along the way as they became the person they are now. Our nation continues to draw her strength from those who have served in the past and those who are serving today. And our nation will continue to draw strength from those who will serve tomorrow. An unbroken chain linking Americans generation to generation, keeping that scale of freedom tipping in America's favor. Our strength as a nation also comes from loyal citizens like each of you in the audience today. Americans who are aware of the challenges, aware of the opportunities, and aware of the dangers our soldiers face. May you continue to build the same character that our veterans have laid the foundation for. As we thank those who serve, let's also remember our heroes on the home front. Our nation's military forces simply could not carry out their duties without the critical support of families and loved ones that are provided every day. May God bless you and every one of the soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, DoD civilians, National Guardsmen, and our reservists, past and present, who answered our nation's call to duty. May God bless the United States of America, which has always been and forever shall be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.